TSFC King Dangerous. Juliana _ Miller _ terrifies _ Smilla _ Undle _ Dakota Decheva _
It was about the undefeated Nightmare dominating another promotion, Dakota Decheva. Juliana Killer Miller just admitted something shocking. She called Dakota Decheva scary, and then warned Smilla Sundell about what happens when strikers step into the cage with her, because one of them is entering MMA with massive hype, and the other is already destroying elite fighters. And if their paths ever collide, it could become one of the most violent striker wars women's MMA has ever seen.
Not in the UFC yet, but look at Dakota Decheva. She is a scary striker, and she's an amazing athlete, right? But her mom was Muay Thai world champion, so she came up in this sport and has been doing it her whole entire life.
Juliana Killer Miller isn't known for backing down from tough fights. The Ultimate Fighter winner built her career on chaos, toughness, and relentless pressure. But recently, she acknowledged something that immediately caught fan attention. Dakota Decheva is dangerous. Not hype, not marketing. Dangerous. And when Miller mentioned Smilla Sundell in the same conversation, fans instantly realized what she was implying, because Sundell represents the next generation of striking phenoms entering MMA. But Miller knows something many pure strikers learn the hard way. MMA isn't Muay Thai, and Dakota Decheva is proof of that.
She's in big trouble. Dakota Decheva to the body again for a championship.
Dakota Decheva isn't just rising, she's dominating. Professional record 15 wins, 0 losses. She became the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight World Champion and made history as the first British female MMA World Champion. But what truly separates Dakota from most strikers is how violently effective her transition from Muay Thai to MMA has been. Before entering MMA, she won gold at the IFMA World Championships. Inside the cage, she fights like a sniper, precision striking, elite footwork, devastating body attacks, and opponents don't just lose to Dakota, they break. She dismantled former UFC contender Taila Santos with brutal body shots. She's finished 12 opponents by knockout, and right now, she's arguably one of the most feared strikers in women's MMA.
Sprinkle by TKO or KO, I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
And there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Decheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh,
Bishop in trouble.
And that does it. First round finish, and Dakota Decheva silences.
But dominance doesn't protect fighters from reality. Dakota Decheva was scheduled to return at PFL Road to Dubai in February 2026. She was set to face Bellator veteran Denise Kielholtz. Instead, disaster struck: a fractured right hand, forced withdrawal, forced recovery, and suddenly, the undefeated queen had to watch contenders circle from the sidelines. And that's where Smilla Sundell enters the story. Nicknamed the Hurricane, Sundell built her reputation as one of the most aggressive Muay Thai champions in one championship history. But controversy followed her career. She lost her Muay Thai world title after missing weight. Later, she was released from one championship entirely. Many thought her career would collapse. Instead, she made a shocking decision. She switched to MMA January 2026. Tough and U15-1, professional MMA debut. And she didn't just win. She dominated forward pressure, clinch brutality, knees, elbows, first round TKO finish. Suddenly, the Muay Thai champion was becoming a dangerous MMA prospect. Juliana Miller understands something fans sometimes forget. Elite striking alone doesn't guarantee MMA dominance. Dakota Decheva succeeded because she adapted. She learned distance control, defensive grappling, fight IQ under pressure, and Miller's warning to Sundell wasn't disrespect. It was reality. Because if Sundell's career continues rising, her path could eventually cross fighters like Dakota Decheva, and that matchup would be terrifying. Two elite Muay Thai champions, two violent finishing styles, two unstoppable offensive mindsets.
Knees, elbows, punches, all of it. Sundell not disappointing in this debut, down to our final 10 seconds, and that is the end, ladies and gentlemen. No more questions. The answer is here. Smilla Sundell in her debut.
Smilla Sundell brings aggressive clinch dominance, forward pressure striking, physical toughness, devastating knees and elbows. Dakota Decheva brings elite speed and movement, surgical body striking, championship experience, proven MMA finishing instinct. This would be hurricane pressure versus sniper precision, and striker versus striker wars rarely go the distance. Dakota Decheva is still undefeated, still recovering, still one of the most dangerous women in MMA. Smilla Sundell is just beginning her MMA journey, but Juliana Miller just sparked a conversation the MMA world can't ignore. If Sundell reaches elite level, could she survive Dakota Decheva's violence? Or would the undefeated PFL queen prove she's still untouchable? Comment below. Who wins the Hurricane or the undefeated Destroyer?
I hope I try something new this fight, but I don't want to tell you guys that just yet.
Smilla Sundell just dropped a brutal bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva, and the MMA world is on fire. In a shocking clip, the Hurricane says she'll break Dakota's future and she's coming to kill her. Is this next level fight hype or a career-ending mistake?
Be able to really fold it down. Land those effective knees, and now we got hands and elbows coming in. 10-second call comes out.
Those body shots.
Fight, Sundell in a rain of punches, and this fight is over.
Wow.
The first successful defense for the youngest one world champion.
Smilla Sundell, the Swedish phenom known as the Hurricane. At just 17 years and 5 months old, she made history becoming the youngest fighter to ever win a one championship Muay Thai world title, defeating Jackie Bunton in April 2022. She defended her belt against Alicia Helen Rodriguez, and as of 2024, she was ranked the #2 female featherweight Muay Thai contender by the WBC. Smilla is a wrecking machine, but now she's targeting a whole new battlefield.
Gonna have now getting up is gonna be unbelievable. And there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh, right
Bishop in
hand.
trouble.
And that does it.
Dakota Ditcheva, Britain's undefeated rising star. Competing in the PFL women's flyweight division, Dakota has speed, power, and one of the biggest hype trains in women's MMA right now. She's seen as the future of the division, but futures can be broken, at least according to Smilla Sundell. Now here's the question, is this just classic fight hype, or did Smilla cross the line? Fighters always talk trash. I'll beat you, I'll smash you, that's fight promotion, but I'll kill you, that's a different weight. Delivery matters. Intent matters, and this clip feels cold serious, not playful. This could have massive consequences for Smilla. Sponsors might back away, promotions could hesitate to book her, and commissions don't like violent rhetoric outside the cage. If she doesn't spin this fast, it could haunt her career. For Dakota Ditcheva, this is a double-edged sword. Yes, the controversy boosts her profile, but being the target of such a personal statement brings real pressure. Fans will demand she answers back either online or inside the cage. The MMA community is split. Some say, this is how you sell fights. Others are calling for bans, apologies, and sanctions. Memes are everywhere, but so are warnings. Smilla Sundell may have gone too far. Personally, I think Smilla needs to clarify fast, because right now, fans are talking less about her fighting skills and more about her words. And in combat sports, words can either sell you a fight or cost you everything. So, fight fans, what do you think? Was Smilla Sundell just hyping a future clash with Dakota Ditcheva, or did she cross the line with a career-threatening statement? Drop your thoughts below, hit subscribe, and stay tuned, because this feud is only heating up.
Words on character name. Chat JT said, She's F King Dangerous.
The striking
Julia
on
Miller
display
terrifies
is
Smilla Sundell
really,
with
really
Dakota
remarkable.
Ditcheva warning.
Dakota
The first time
Ditcheva
they
is
said,
a
Julia
prodigious
Miller
striking
pretended not to
sensation
hear.
fighting for
She's
the
F
legacy
King
of her
Dangerous.
family.
It was whispered behind a half-closed locker, muttered beneath the
She's
hum of
brilliant.
fluorescent
She
lights in the
do
gym.
well, just
Spoken
boxing
with a
really,
mix of
really
blind
amazing
fear
athlete.
that followed her everywhere she trained. Julia tight and the laces on her
skills.
gloves and stared
She
at
is
her reflection
one of the
in
most
cracked mirror.
spiteful
A faint
strikers
scar
that we've
split
ever
her
seen
left
in the
eyebrow,
PFL.
and her nose had been broken twice before she
Savannah
turned
Marshall
22.
just dropped a
She
fucking
didn't look
bombshell on
dangerous.
Dana
She
White
looked
in the
tired,
UFC
focused,
world, and it's
hungry.
all about Dakota
But danger wasn't
Ditcheva.
about
Marshall
looks.
didn't hold back,
It was
saying
about
Ditcheva
intent.
is very,
And Julia
very
Miller had
athletic,
plenty
a
of that.
freak of nature in
The
the
gym in
cage, and a
Rotterdam was
fighter
thick
who
with
could
heat
literally
and
kill
ambition.
off the entire
The heavy bag
UFC
swayed
women's
like
division.
exhausted soldiers.
That's right, she flat out said Dakota. Ditcheva might be too good for everyone in the UFC, and the MMA world is losing its mind. Savannah Marshall is not just some casual voice in combat sports. She's one of the hardest punchers in women's boxing history, a former middleweight champion who's fought the best of the best. So when someone like her says Dakota Ditcheva's striking is unbelievable, that means something. Marshall revealed that in training, Dakota wasn't just throwing hands, she was blending boxing kicks and MMA-level setups that even Marshall herself had to respect. And then she doubled down. She claimed Ditcheva has what it takes to beat Dana White's entire UFC women's roster. Let that sink in.